magical missies battling monstrous metaphors. It's normal comic clobbering time with a weird group of DC misfits, and an apology for Star versus the forces of men who decide to cut women and girls out of their toy marketing strategies. What's poor and thirsty thoughts? Once again, I am SugoiSupergirl, and this is Where's the Figure, the pseudo-investigative news segment where there's too much cool geek shit going on, and I humbly beg the Toyniverse for more plastic I can pass on to my non-existent children. Joining me today is my co-anchor, the Ballpoint Heroine, a cute but powerful iteration of a Kia Royale in a sidecar smashing bits. Small batch Roger Grault 3-year Calvados, Pinot de Charente, and chamomile tea syrup along with lemon and cassis. It's refreshing and reminds me of I's hair. Our top story today, Wonder Egg Priority, a visual $100 per person buffet of intelligent character design and cinematic animation, has graced audiences with an emotionally nerve-wracking tale of a middle school-aged girl named I who is having trouble dealing with her best friend's suicide. She meets 3 other girls dealing with similar grief concerning the deaths of people close to them and their own twisted external situations. Through a fantastical woven dream world, we follow the 4 girls, guided by 2 mysterious AIs as they battle the manifested fears and abusers that other suicidal girls had been facing alone, thus rescuing them from their wonder eggs. The personal stories are written beautifully as well, addressing difficult issues young girls face in their pubescence like an understanding adult. Now, before our treasured viewers blow the roof off of their heads, let me be clear. I am neither stupid, nor blind, nor mindlessly simping for the Mappa Studios. The entire show up to the end was raw, beautiful, and stomach-churning, containing personal growth you rarely see in mainstream anime. But goddamn if those last couple of episodes left me blinking stupidly. A queer in headlights, if you will. It didn't make no sense! I was frustrated and thoroughly confused, despite actually thinking the Trigger-esque plot twist was some interesting fun. But do you think that hiccup erases the hours of twisty plotted world building? The art style of the costumes, the facial expressions, the villains, and the weapons? Well, correspondents report that it certainly didn't diminish the heavy human stories. Who the fuck wouldn't want to collect toys of this? Let me count the ways. A set of 4 Figmas of the girls with the weapons, faces, and accessories. Scale figures like I raising her bludgeoning pen to a Sino with Leon by her side. Rika in her idol outfit in a field of flowers. Nehru with AI biocircuitry and her rifle on Kobayashi's tank. And my girl Momo in a feminine prince costume with her umbrella lance on a horse. Thanks, Toy Boy. I rest my case. If you goofy little bastards can manage to keep the shelves overflowing with Naruto figures, surely we can give some strong young women the spotlight for just a second. My co-host seems to have something to add. A long meta tag. Trendy. Speaking of trendy, our next topic ain't that, Chief. Nah, this is a gritty yet rib-crackingly funny take on the somber and serious DC comic book team of Doom Patrol. This now HBO Max show slaps. It fucks. It's weird and hella complicated and dork. In my opinion, it blows any DC show that died in the stinking waters of the CW motherfucking away. Robot Man, the OG Elastigirl, Negative Man, Crazy Jane, and you probably wouldn't have guessed it, Cyborg, team up with a mysterious scientist named My New Sugar Daddy. Niles Calder, aka the Chief. Essentially, we start through the lens of Robot Man Cliff, who has just had the most jackass accident happen to him in the history of anti-hero origins. And from there, utter entropy ensues. Guffaws commence. I break my spine rubbernecking at the non-spoiled plot twists. Y'all, shit's better than Titans. By at least this much.
Fuck Batman.
Bad girl, walking
It's on par with the animated Harley Quinn, with more grimdark color grading and some squelchier topics. I don't know, like any of the horrific relationships between Rita and her monster of a Hollywood Golden Age mother, Larry and his abandonment of his 1960s family over homosexuality struggles, and Cliff with his estranged adult daughter not even knowing his fate. I ain't even gonna mention these two. You gotta watch it to believe it. The cast makes perfect sense, delivering a bizarro Shakespearean performance that I'd rather spend 17 hours watching than even 1 minute of this nonsense they keep giving Oscars to. After receiving the blessing of the guns with the awesome toys coming out of the Suicide Squad, I direct this plea to someone like Todd McFarlane himself. Damned if you're not my last hope for some 7-inch figs of this sick lineup. Mommy wants a Candlejack Build-A-Figure. Rita could be a fun stretchy challenge, and Jane would come with some different hair and face sculpts with her persona's accessories. Or, sources beg, an amazing Yamaguchi line with anime-inspired Robot Man and, I don't know, Cyborg. Our last story for tonight brings to our viewers' attention the least recent of my figure-fueled investigations, an American magical girl series that saved my sanity during a tough medical time after college. I direct y'all towards Star versus the Forces of Evil. I won't prattle on about the intense anime references, enduring characters, and the civic duty this thing fulfilled by brightly satirizing discrimination and classism for young Disney Channel viewers. It manages to subvert many toxic fantasy and sci-fi tropes while not talking down to children and giving adults some really unbelievable 90s to early 2000 Cartoon Network vibes. Oh, and my co-host agrees. A lot of viewers don't realize how much that kind of shit matters. It's hard, fun social work. In my opinion, it's time to make it hard, fun, rewarding work. What this show espouses is childlike wonder, adventure, and diversified royal teen drip. And kingly, queenly, satanic goat alien drip too, since our viewers didn't ask. Star is funnier than shit, chaotic to a fault, and is pretty much being punished for being born into princessness without a care in the world for it. Also, sources correct. Yes, sources correct, she is being both grounded for setting Monster and Mother's worldly shit on fire any chance she gets. We here at Sugoi Studios apologize for the mistake. She gets to roll with Marco, her Earth Biffle who knows a mediocre amount of strip mall karate, and together they go on bonkers adventures with a million laughs and tears. Experts say if life is stressing ya ass out, Star vs. the Forces of Evil is the zany recommended therapy. On that note, I conclude with a word from my co-anchor.
If Sailor Moon can get her entire figure arts line reissued 3 times, then they can keep pumping out Monster High dolls like Pablo Escobar's hippos terrorizing an unprepared Colombia, surely Star and her friends deserve more than a couple of cheap props and iffy plushies. Toy makers should be ashamed not to honor the hard work and design in the created in these characters and their color schemes.
Deputy Correspondent Toy Boy had this to say.
God. I did not get any sleep last night. When are we rolling?
More on these subjects later if all goes well, and as always, food, booze, pop culture. The best parts of being human. This has been Where's the Figure?